Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. Despite Ye trying to pretend that he's not joining the Bleed Esports team in the APAC region for the new season, he was caught in 4K last night with an audio sample that was spotted on stream, accidentally unmuting his mic, speaking on this zombie account. We'll see in a few minutes time here that Ye was, we believe, playing on over the last couple of days. Also, the VLR detectives have been out in full force, showing that one of the gameplay moments we saw on Lotus the other day does seem to be replicated when we actually saw Ye play on the same clip and same moment just a few weeks ago. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Of course, the teams are getting ready even now for the new season. We believe that Sentinels are grinding hard. Boaster, of course, grinding hard as well with some great strategies drawing up here on various maps. Few roster updates as well here. So Estonian player Kix is going to be joining Vitality for the new season. So various changes being announced right now. We also have this from Alejandro confirming that as far as he's concerned, Magnum will be joining KC. I believe he was linked for some time to KOI, but now Carmine Corp have come in and decided to get the job done themselves, just because there's lots to talk about where Redgo is going. We thought maybe he stays a Liquid, maybe he goes to KC. Now it looks like he's going to Giants, possibly. So that now leaves them kind of needing an IGL. Possibly Magnum is going to be the guy to do it. He was most recently on the Apex team, of course, that nearly made it through Ascension and qualified, but in the end they did not. So, yeah, Magnum is good to see getting opportunities elsewhere. And as Flynn says, KOI was negotiating with Magnum and even seemed likely to happen at some point, but then KC yoinked him from them. So this is how things go behind the scenes. We know that there's that kind of famous story now of DSG trying to get Demon 1. They practiced with Demon 1. They happened to play up against Evil Geniuses in the scrim, and EG decided, you know what, that guy's pretty good. We'll just yoink him from you, toast. Unlucky, sunshine. And, well, the rest, I suppose, from there is pretty much history. There was also this, as Zekken says good morning, and we see Sassy on the Omen. Just interesting to note what they might be trying out there at Sentinels with different role compositions. I mean, look, I think the general perception is that we need to be moving, all the teams need to be moving to a more flexible situation where all players can play multiple different agents. Not always absolutely necessary, but even Ye has made this clear as well that he wants to be happy on the Duelist or on the Sentinel or even on the Initiator when necessary, and being able to use a multitude of agents just gives yourself a better leg up to actually be a valuable asset to join teams, but also if you're playing an opponent that has certain strengths, it makes it more easy to counter them. So, yeah, maybe Sentinels are trying to cook something up. Marved as well, according to Flynn's spreadsheet we'll see in a few minutes' time, is pretty much now locked into NRG. I think there's no real debate on this, but still, we just don't know who they're rounding out their squad with. So I imagine Chet is working hard to try and find a way. Sadak staying on Loud. Evil Geniuses, we don't know if they will accept any offers for the likes of Demon 1 or Ethan, maybe for one of those players, but depends how deep NRG are willing to go into their pocket, because we think that G2 have acquired Jorgmo, so EG are willing to sell players, but it has to be for the right money, and you'd imagine that G2 won't have had to pay as much of a buyout for Jorgmo as NRG would for the likes of Demon 1, for example. So that's where I imagine negotiations might well still be ongoing, and probably NRG have a figure. We heard the rumours 100k for those two players, for Demon 1 and Ethan. I imagine they have a figure that they're saying, you know, no more than that we can accept. Maybe they're trying to get there with negotiations right now, which is why things have been relatively quiet on that front. There's also this on the M80 side. We got to see some scrims supposedly going on here with Zelsis, Sassy, Zek and Gen.G Kaplan. So yeah, for whatever reason, no Pancado in this one, no Tent in this one, but we do have on the other side this new M80 roster with Xander, Koala Noob, Nitro, Nismo and LeBron James. Now, the belief, and even M80 tweeted this out here, so we're pretty sure at this point that this is going to be the quartet. Xander was linked for some time to 100 Thieves. That doesn't seem like it's happening anymore. So, yeah, Koala Noob to stay, Nismo to stay, Xander to stay, and then Nitro we think is coming in as their IGL, which is pretty crazy, but I believe that's happening. And the fifth player is unclear. People have been looking into seeing who this might be. It seems like, well, one of the theories has been that it could be BCJ. Does that make sense? maybe yes. I mean, we thought BCJ as well could be going to 100 Thieves. That doesn't look like it's happening. EU seems like the more promising candidate right now for the 5th spot, but it's not for sure. And I mean, look, this team will be really good in Ascension next season, whoever they get as their 5th, no doubt. But this could be their ticket to winning Ascension and actually getting in next time around. Now, let's talk about the Ye situation, because there's updates on this every day. Yesterday, we think Ye was spotted duoing with one of Bleed's players, Deryon, and he was basically saying that, oh, this is my little brother, that's why he can't speak on the account. So, and we think, looking at his crosshair placement and the way that he played the game, that it could possibly be Ye. But Ye tried to dispel these rumours to say, hey, hotel view from Istanbul last night. So, of course, he couldn't realistically be playing on the Singapore servers with those players, with the ping that he was on, if he was in Istanbul, right, in Turkey. So, you know, trying to dispel, oh, no, it's not happening, guys, there's nothing to this. Now, turns out it probably is something to this, because even something says duo tomorrow, Singapore only. What do you mean, brah? I'm in Istanbul. What do you mean Singapore only server duoing? And then we actually got this from Control JT, who comes out and says that this screenshot or this image from Ye was taken from this hotel. So went full rainbow on this one to figure out that, okay, this angle of this hotel means that they're in this hotel, and it turns out this was the same hotel that they stayed in during Champions 2022. So either Ye just happens to be back in Istanbul at the moment in the same hotel they stayed at during Champions 22, or it's an old image and therefore indeed Ye is going to be somewhere else at the moment, and we believe that it's probably going to be a Bleed. Now, the VLR detectives here, including Crocky, have been absolutely out in full force, doing their very best to get all the details on this, and I've got to share a couple of things. Firstly, Ye accidentally had his mic unmuted, it seems, because if you listen to this, it's this zombie account, right? The account that we believe that he was on, that was during up with Deryon, and it definitely sounds like Ye. I mean, maybe you're reading into it too much, but it sounds like it could be Ye. And also I wanted to share Tarek's reaction to a few clips that went around from Flip's stream the other day, especially a comparison which is pretty incredible. Yesterday we saw that clip where he's on Lotus and he clears the angle in a Ye-esque manner, but it was more of a feel that we were going off rather than actual evidence that this is the case. However, people then found up a clip of Ye doing the same exact thing previously, like a couple of weeks ago, and it's exactly the same. It's almost too good to be true.
One guy, chamber.
He's going to Bleed? Where is Bleed based in? Singapore? Yeah, he's moving us. Well, he's going to have to play in Korea. They play in APAC, right? They play in Korea? Check Ye's Twitter. Let me see. Hotel view from Istanbul last night. Bro's baiting, dude. Bro's baiting. That's crazy that... Will he be the... No, he wouldn't be the first. Kind of crazy for Yates to go overseas. Kind of crazy, but you have to respect the commitment. I mean, we've had other players from NA that went overseas, right? I feel like in Counter-Strike that never happened. I think the reason is because Europe was always better. So, like, it was very rare for an American player to go overseas in Counter-Strike. Yeah, I see the reply. Yeah, that's yeah. That's 100% yeah. Also known as Eric.
Oh my god, they're everything on me.
Wait, what's the most obvious one? Okay. 2117.
Walking C link right now.
Ah! Bro cooked! Bro cooked! It's him! It's him for sure, bro! Yo! Wait, hold on. Check this out, chat. Check this out. Look, look. This is Ye. This is Ye.
I'm a 5.
And this is Eric.
So it seems to me that despite Ye's best attempts to pretend that this isn't happening, it's probably happening, right? And yeah, maybe the deal isn't quite done yet. Maybe there's things to clarify. But it seems that this is far more likely than not at the moment that Ye to bleed is going to be a thing. And especially when you look at Flynn's spreadsheets and you see if in the Pacific region, you've just got the entirety of Blee is confirmed, and then there's just no other rumours apparently associated with this. So it seems a little bit unlikely that's the case, and it just does make a lot of sense, all things considered. So this is probably going to be a done deal relatively soon. We don't know what the contract involves, but it feels like we're moving towards that direction. And I think we officially got him this time on this one, boys. So very much into your thoughts in the comments below. Just to mention as well, a couple of updates on the Americas here. Klaus to Crew, that is now more likely and probably locked in. And yeah, lots of these teams are taking shape. Cloud9, Sentinels, Leviathan, Crew, Furious pretty close as well. Loud still a bit unclear. MIBR still trialing basically everyone under the sun. And NRG have actually been moved. So yeah, Marved is now more likely. And Demon 1 and Ethan have been moved from the right-hand side here to the left-hand side. Still a rumour. And as a result, maybe unlikely, but those are the only names associated with NRG here. So I guess we have to take it with some level of potential credence. So very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comments below. There was also this clip here from Leviathan where they were getting the guys to say ASPAS and practice various things. So yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.